Chad, I gotta be really honest with you here, real quick. I have no idea if I have autism, or ADHD, or anything like that. But if there's anything that's gonna end up being, like, definitive proof for doctors that I have autism, it's probably gonna be this stream. Because we will be ranking THX trailers. Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? I think this is my first time welcoming you guys outside of the starting soon scene. Very cool. Oh, this is where I prove how stupid nerdy I am for this stuff. I'm an adult, and yet somehow I make time to find that. I mean, I've been doing this over the past couple years. Whenever I'm bored, I just look up this stuff to see if I can learn anything. And now here we are again, ultra boredom. Let's create a tier list so that I can bring my opinions out to you guys. I mean, there's gonna be more than this down the road, don't worry. Don't you worry. There's gonna be more than this. It's gonna be way more interesting because no one cares about this stuff these days. But I thought I'd start it off with something very personal to me. I'm a huge nerd for THX stuff, and I thought, you know what? Why not rank the trailers? And don't you worry, because the autism doesn't stop here, because we also got the THX Ultimate playlist that I have set up. Over 400 videos. We'll actually be using this to go through all the trailers today. And there's a reason for this. For 400 videos, because on top of all the official trailers, we got all the different variants. Uh-oh, I forgot to include the French trailers again. Oops. I can fix that later. I can fix it. We got the contest entries. And then we've just got a bunch of, like, unofficial, fan-made stuff. Interviews, comedy skits, documentaries, anything related to THX, I just put in here. Well, almost anything. Because there's a bunch of cringe out there that I will not include. And it still doesn't stop there, chat, because on top of this playlist that I have on my channel, we got a THX Christmas Lights Ultimate playlist. Because for the past 20 years or more, almost, people have been taking THX trailers and animating them with their Christmas lights. It's insane. And I am the one who found it so that no one else has to. I do all the hard work. You're welcome, internet. Perfect ending for that music, too. Anyways. Stop stalling. We can see here. We've got about 51 entries, I believe. I still should have added the French trailers. We'll go over them. It's probably because I don't know when they came out. That's probably the reason. Also, the wikis don't list them for whatever reason, but they are official. We've got a basic tier list set up here. S, A, B, C, D, and F. S being God tier, F being complete garbage. And oh boy, do I have some opinions to explain about some of these trailers. And we're starting off with none other than the very first one, Wings. We got it pulled up here. Music shut up. We gotta play. Hopefully it's not too loud for anyone. So it explains the history here. Hang on, I'll pause it real quick. Just brief history. At this point, this is 1983. This premiered right alongside Return of the Jedi. And I'm gonna have to assume, 40 years of no sound system improvements. The speakers probably sounded terrible. And it would make sense because the whole reason THX exists is because George Star Wars Lucas himself, hated how his movies were sounding in theaters, and he finally got fed up and was like, you know what? We're gonna change this. We're gonna what's the word? Gosh dang it, I had it in my mind all week. Because I was practicing how to say this. Innovation. He finally decided to innovate technology. Experiment with audio technology. So that everything you hear in the production studio is exactly how you hear it in the theaters. Perfect, good, high quality, exactly as intended. No more quiet music, no more muffled voice lines. Lucasfilm Ltd. and this theater are pleased to introduce a new sound system. Very basic trailer. Perfect for the beginning. And then we got the logo fading in. Along with the famous deep note, which is the name of the sound. Visually, I think it looks good. Like, I don't know what it is about, like, the 80s. Like, there's this style. Right? In the 80s where they had, like, metallic logos and whatever. Like, you had, like, the back portion of the logo with all the detail. And then you had a second layer to it with all the shimmer and shine. Sometimes it would be animated. And it was everywhere back in the day. Back in, like, the 70s and 80s. All over the place. But I feel like THX has the best usage of it. I mean, it gets better for sure. Thanks to all these. But, like, again, just for a starting first trailer, it's good. It's basic. It's simple. The logo looks a little weird. I think it's just because of this big space in between the T and the H. It's really good logo design. But there are plenty of improvements to be made, as you can see down there. Also, trademark. There is no, like, registered copyright symbol there yet. It's the trademark logo. You got Lucasfilm Ltd. sound system bylines. Classic. And, honestly, friend, I agree with you, because I already knew. We're putting this at B. I think this is the standard that we're gonna center around. It's good, it's basic, but things get better. And worse. Anyways, next up on the list, we got Broadway. I'm gonna do the DTS version because I think it sounds the best. Please visit this channel, by the way. They got a bunch of really cool, like, theatrical, like, film reel preservation. It's insane what they've uploaded to the internet, what they've preserved over the years. So pausing real quick again, just to explain, because I can actually talk a lot on this stream for once. Yay! This is probably the most famous trailer of them all. I mean, maybe that's just my opinion, but, like, I feel like when most people think of THX, this is the trailer that comes to mind. Blue rectangle, super iconic visual. Their new tagline, "The audience is listening." This isn't the usual position. Usually they'd Like on this thumbnail, they put it a little lower. I don't know why it's different in this version, but it is. And then it fades out. In comes the logo. And see, that's what I'm talking about right there. Right there. The shimmer. The 80s metallic shimmer is so perfect for this logo. They were made for each other. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then it fades out. It's got that classic, like... I don't know what they did. There's like a difference between film fading, whatever it's called, and when it got to digital. But I really like the classic 80s, like just old film reel fading, where it's like the contrast goes down weirdly. I don't know how to explain it. But I'm gonna put this is gonna be our very first S, because this is legendary. This is legendary. This freaking trailer. Now, I don't know if it's 1984 or 1983. A lot of different wikis have different answers, so I have no idea what, like, the definitive release year it was. Also, this is the 80s, so I have no idea what kind of documentation there is for this stuff. Like, are there news articles talking about these premieres? I have no idea, but I'd love to find out. But of course, as you can see down here, we have variants. Because it wasn't just theaters that these trailers were released in, chat. There was home media. Home media, VHS, DVD. That's where most kids my age, in my generation, learned about this stuff back in the 90s and the 2000s. This was everywhere. And it was even worse because Disney videos had this stuff. Disney DVDs, Disney VHS had THX all over the place, exposing us to this nightmare fuel. Which is what we're going to be taking a look at next. For starting off with the VHS variant. This is going to be a little quick chat, so I'll let it play, and then I'll explain it this time. So see how it's more like a digital fade out? It's not like a contrast, brightness and contrast sort of thing. So first things first, explain. Obviously, blue rectangle shows up, but we got different text this time, digitally mastered for optimal video and audio performance. Very classic line from my childhood. Appearing in a very basic, I don't know what font this is, but it's very generic. It's everywhere these days. But this is it's always been centered like this. It's not like the audience is listening how it was always around the bottom edge, excuse me, of the blue rectangle. It was in the center. And they're very quick. They're about, as you can see, half the length. The original is like 30 seconds. This is about 15. You know, you gotta save time. And then you've got new bylines. Digitally mastered, at least for the most part. Apparently. And you know what? We got it right here. Another VHS version. Apparently on Disney VHS releases, it has Lucasfilm Ltd instead of digitally mastered. I don't know why that is, but apparently that's how it was back in the day. Also, higher pitched deep note, which is interesting. I honestly want to know what their reasoning was for changing the pitch of the deep notes back in the day. But yeah, personally for me, I would put the VHS version at a low B. It's like it's all right, but it doesn't hit that hard, in my opinion. It doesn't hit as hard as it should, and I'm not sure why. But it's probably because we have the DVD version to fear, chat. Where's the DVD? There's the DVD. So, obviously, exactly similar to the VHS version, of course. However, the quality is better because it's on DVD instead of VHS tape. However, and I'm not kidding, still a little spine tingling. Like, the hairs on my legs went up. I can feel the chills down my legs still. Because this time we got a lower pitched deep note. And for whatever reason, it sounds like more evil in a way. I don't know why. I have no idea why. And this is the first, at least as far as I can remember, this is the version I started with as a baby. If I can find it, there's like video of me like in my dad's lap as a baby, and we're on his computer or whatever, and he plays the deep note, and it's this version. It's this lower pitched version. I don't know if that's my first time hearing it, but considering I was just a baby, like, that's really early. Like, I don't even know if that's the stage where you start remembering stuff. But it is a very, very early age to be introduced to this. So yeah, personally for me, high A. It's almost an S tier. But it's not the original Broadway. It's not the version that most people know, like grew up with. Because this lasted longer. And most people know this version. This is really close though. Really high A. Next is a very obscure version of the trailer, chat. Laserdisc. Laserdisc. I don't know if I have to turn this down. I'll turn a little down. So, pause right away, just because we've already heard the deep note plenty of times. We've got more new text, mastered and duplicated for optimal video and audio performance. And then instead of some text, normal text bylines, we've got Laserdisc. Now, for those of you who are even as old as me, I'm 24. If you're like my age or younger, you're probably thinking, what the frick is a Laserdisc? And it's understandable why you'd think that, because apparently this was a very short-lived, like, medium to put stuff on. I don't even know how to describe that. So, think like vinyl records or whatever, but with movies on them. And also they have less storage space, I would assume. Because I've seen videos where people show their Laserdisc collections and they put it in the Laserdisc player. The player's insane, by the way. It is really cool watching them like put those giant discs into the player and then the movies start. By the way, that's a perfect explanation for what happens. The movies just start. Like you get like the logo for the company that made that distributed the Laserdisc. You've got the THX logo if it has it. And then the movie starts playing. There's no trailers. As far as I know, there's no bonus features at the end like a VHS tape. It's just the movie. It's so weird. But obviously, with all of that explained, you can probably tell why DVDs became the physical media thing to use back in the day. You know, on the one hand, you got big giant disc with vinyl, cardboard covering and whatever. Thank you, PlayStation, for the follow. You know, just a big disc. Not that much storage space, not much to work with. Higher risk of damage, because, you know, it's a big disc. Or, smaller disc. Easier to handle. More storage space. Menus. Bonus features. Trailers. Like, DVD just wins, no matter what. Notice how I didn't say chapters though, because I almost forgot. Laserdisc has chapters, which is pretty cool. But yeah, Laserdisc version, I would put above, above Wings, just barely, because it's not as big and powerful as a DVD. But it's also not as less hitting as VHS. It's interesting. It's a very interesting variant. But wouldn't you know it, we got one more interesting variant that's probably more interesting than the rest. Dell. Because believe it or not, chat, there were computers certified by THX. And they came with little demo discs. And in those demo discs were very special... Where is it? Let me see. Laserdisc, DVD, Dell. In those demo discs were special variants. Branded by the Dell company. Your Dell PC is THX certified. And then I believe we have different bylines on the top and bottom. Just the bottom. Best picture, best sound. Oh, and that one actually keeps the brightness and contrast fading. Why do these exist? I have no idea. I have no idea why Dell versions of these trailers have to exist, but they do. Very high B, more interesting than Laserdisc. 30-second version. I don't know what else to say. It's so interesting. That Dell specifically. Why Dell? Like, what kind of partnership did they have back in the day? Like, super exclusive partnership. Anyways. You know what I'm realizing, chat? Wait, did I fill this up today? I did not. I forgot to fill up my water bottle today, chat. With fresh, ice-cold water. Uh-oh. We might have to do... Well, nah. I can just grab a plastic water bottle. It's fine. Anyways. Next trailer. Finally, we're done with Broadway variants. For now. We're moving on to Cimarron. Which actually has some very interesting history. I mean, everything about it is honestly very interesting. Dolby Digital Sound in a THX theater. I'm gonna have to turn this down a bit. I have no idea if that's too loud. it's kind of quietish. I'm checking the volume levels on the OBS. So yeah, Cimarron, which is apparently how you pronounce it. The audience is listening. Lucasfilm Ltd. So this is a very, 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 very interesting trailer. We've got Dolby Digital recognition. Because, like, it's... THX isn't exactly the same as something like Dolby Digital or DTS or whatever. It's more quality assurance. It's making sure that the speakers you have installed sound good, whether it's Dolby Digital brand, DTS brand, SDDS, doesn't matter. It's gotta be the best quality. That's what THX is all about. That's why you have stuff like this showing up in some of these trailers. We get this weird box with a conductor's hand. What? And then he hits the center with the stick, and boom! And you're going through this wormhole sort of thing. It turns from blue to red, and then you're like in this... What is this? Is this the bloodstream? What are these particles? And then you've got the first... I think this is actually the... This is the definitive look for THX. And this is still, like... Isn't this still the 80s? Yeah, 1988. 1988, this trailer came out. And this is the third trailer. This is their third trailer they released. And they finally got their definitive look for the logo. 3D, perfect size, perfect spacing, thickness for the letters. And it kind of just zooms past the screen. Also, completely orchestral soundtrack. No traditional deep note to be heard. Why? Why is there no deep note? Why would they decide this? I don't know, I guess it's the 80s, they're still brand new, they're trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. But like from interviews, it sounds like everyone was amazed by the deep note. Why would they change it to all orchestral? I don't understand. Honestly, it's just more interesting. High B. High B. Now to get on to the we're getting fewer and fewer variants for these trailers, chat. But this is where it gets really interesting. The original mix for Cimarron. This is where the history gets interesting. This is, at least right now, the only video footage we have of this version of the trailer. So it's still very orchestral. Little bit of electronic stuff at the beginning. But again, interesting history behind this. Supposedly, and I could see this, supposedly, they had to recall this trailer and rescore it because a bunch of sound systems around the country were damaged by the sound. And this is why I said I can understand why. Listen to the beginning again. Listen to how, like, high frequency, high pitched, how sudden that is. I could see that destroying speakers, honestly. I could see that. I could understand that happening. So they recalled the trailer, made a brand new orchestral score that was softer, not as damaging to speakers. I'm sure they repaired what was damaged. It's just so weird. I cannot believe this happened. Like, this is the stuff, and it has been parodied. This is the stuff that's been parodied. There's a reason people parody this sort of stuff. Why it's so loud and destroys speakers, blows everyone away. It's probably because this actually happened. It actually kinda sorta happened. In fact, I think this exact version of the trailer is what was referenced in the Tiny Toons episode. Y'all remember that? Where they made thud? And they're just like, the audience is now deaf. It has that same sort of high-pitched squealing sound at the beginning of the parody. It's this version that they're parodying. Not the rescore. The original. I can't wait for the scan of this to come out, though. The, what are they called? FT Depot? This channel that I told you guys to check out and subscribe, they have a film reel of this version of the trailer, and they have been trying to record it into something that a computer can understand so that they can upload it to YouTube. They have it. They have it. This version, at least a clean version of it, pure, clean, raw upload on YouTube or anywhere, it's been lost for years. Like I said, just 2 years ago, 2022, was the first video recorded proof that this version existed and was shown in theaters. The only other proof we had was like 12 years ago from someone's like audio recorder, cassette recorder. There was no video to it, and it sounded worse than this, but it existed. It's so weird, the history behind this trailer. This specific version, though, I will probably give it probably low, kind of low to mid B, probably. We've got one more version, chat. One more mention of Laserdisc. Oh, joy. There it is. There it is. Mastered and duplicated text. For whatever reason, it throws up a monochrome Broadway logo with a silver rectangle. Huh. Yeah. They released that. That was on Laserdiscs. I don't know if I want to do C or D. Honestly, I think I'm gonna do D. Very unfortunate, but it's a very... It's still interesting, but it's also confusing, just because they have a second THX show up, and it's an older version, and also it's ripped straight from Broadway Laserdisc, for whatever reason. It just seems kind of pointless. You know, to show the Cimarron visuals only to then show off Broadway. Kind of weird. Anyways, next trailer, chat. Grand. This one is very interesting. I'm not gonna go over the DVD versions because I'm not sure how legitimate they are. But this is a little better, I would say. It still doesn't have the deep note, I'll spoil that for you now. But it is a little better. Because you got this red mist, and then it fades into like a blue, misty color. And then THX just randomly spawns in and blows everything away. And hang on. Hang on. This frame, this exact frame, is what is used all over marketing. Or at least what, well, is it still used? I have no idea. But this exact frame is what was used for like stock THX visuals for marketing and their website for years. For years. And this is the 90s. This is the 90s. I'm telling you, they figured stuff out so early. I say, as they didn't use the traditional deep note. But Grand. Grand is, I would say, a low A. Low A. Now Grand Dell. Oh, of course we gotta check out the Dell PC version of Grand, because it's a different variant, it's verified, it exists. Your Dell PCs, THX certified. Also a different aspect ratio for whatever reason. Best picture, best sound, you gotta include that tagline. You know, you can't include the audiences listening because you're the only one here. There is no audience. Best picture, best sound, once again, for whatever reason. And I will probably put this... Probably the same as original Grand, because it's basically the same trailer, just different text. It's still interesting, but not as good as the original. Just like Broadway Dell and the original Broadway. Oh boy. Okay. Next up, I'm gonna have to mute this. Because for what? Well, no. No, you know what? I'll give you guys a treat. For anyone watching live, I will keep this unmuted. If I get a stupid copyright claim for this again because of some random music artist who decided to use the audio from this trailer as his YouTube intro, then the audio is going to have to end up being muted. Unfortunately. That is an actual thing that happened, by the way. I have a THX trailer history video on my channel, and the Simpsons trailer got claimed. Not by Disney, not by Fox, but by some random, like, Hispanic music artist or whoever it was, who used the audio from that trailer as his YouTube intro. And for whatever reason, that entire video, intro included, is part of the content ID. And you're probably thinking, well, Tur, why don't you just send an appeal, just send a dispute for the claim? I did. And he responded with, no, this claim is still legitimate. So, and I don't want to risk an appeal and end up getting a strike, so, oh well. The claim is stuck on my video. Can't do anything about it. I wish YouTube would get involved because they should know that it's not legitimate. They don't own the content. Fox does. Disney does. Do something about it. But complaining aside, THX Simpsons started as a parody on one of their episodes, Burns Air. You want to check out the original version? And everyone at THX loved it so much, they were like, hey, can we turn this into an official trailer? And Fox said, yes, you can. This is legendary. Sign in to confirm your age? I don't think so. So, please. Oh my gosh, stop. YouTube, why? You guys hear crackling? My speakers aren't going bad, are they? It's gone now, but like that that's concerning. There was just a bunch of like crackling in my headphones just now. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, mute. Go over everything. So like I said, this came from the episode Burns Air. I actually watched the whole episode at one point because I just wanted to see what happened before and after this scene. But it was a legitimate parody. THX looked at it. Everyone at the team looked at it and were like, "Hey, you want us to like reanimate it in HD and make it an official trailer?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." So it starts off for whatever reason with a Broadway blue rectangle, and then it fades into the episode. Everyone's sitting at the theater, and the logo design. I'm not sure what to think of it. I guess it's a very Simpsons looking version. I would prefer it to look more traditional. More like what we're used to, with the elongated T and then the underline. But this is fine. It looks fine. Again, just like I mentioned, there's a reason this stuff is parodied, where it's very loud, everyone's being blown around, and the ground is shaking because it's so loud. So, his glasses explode, this guy's teeth explode, you got the gums, the exit sign explodes, the roof is collapsing, a guy's head explodes, and everyone still cheers. And then of course,
turn it up! Turn it up!
Everyone loves that line. Everyone loves to reference that line, and I really do mean it. You know how many comments I see on videos that quote this? Just because it's THX related, they're everywhere. Though if I'm being honest, I very much prefer those comments over the ones that are like, found on Peppa Pig DVD 2012. And it's like, what are you talking about? Why are you spreading these obvious lies? This trailer was not found on that DVD. Shut up. Stop flooding the comments. But ladies and gentlemen, we have our very second, I was about to say very first, but that's a lie. We have our second S tier rank chat. Legendary trailer. And I believe we're about to get another THX text chat. So turn off captions. Why do we need captions on here? So first off, there's that crackling again. Boy, do I wish I had webcam so you guys can understand my confusion. I'm like looking all over the place. It's like I was tilting my head down to the left, and the crackling got worse. But then I lifted my head back up and it stayed worse. Like, it's gotta be something with the speakers or my headphones or something, because it's not coming up on the desktop audio capture, I don't think. I can't see anything from there, looking at OBS, but I can hear it. That's the thing, I can hear it. I don't think any of you guys can. Which is the worst part. Because it makes it sound like I'm lying, and I don't even know like what I can find as like an example of what it sounds like. It's very quiet. I tried turning my volume slider up and down, and it didn't help anything. So there's probably some sort of connection issue somewhere. Oh boy. What else? I need to turn my fan on because it's got warm in here. Oh wow. Anyways, where were we? THX text. This one is animated by Pixar. If you guys wanted a fun fact, Pixar animated this trailer. I'm not sure what it is. Something about this looks thicker than than the main version. Maybe it's because they modeled it themselves or whatever. I have no idea. It looks good. I'll say that much. It looks good. It's just something about it looks thicker and heavy. I don't know what it is. But like, I still remember my first time watching it was on Cars, by the way. First time watching this trailer was when we got Cars from the library. You know, the logo fades in. It's a brand new trailer. Never seen it before. I'm already scared because I didn't expect it. And it kind of just starts up like right at the climax of the deep note. And then that happens. You want to know what that sounds like on like an actual like really good sound system in our entertainment center? That was terrifying. Hearing the crackles and the deep note cut in and out, and then it falls down. And you know what? I think I want to explain like some theories I have that I've come up with because of this trailer. I'll do it after this is over and we rank it. The light turns on and we're introduced to the new mascot of THX, Tex the robot. He flies around, fixing the logo, or at least fixing everything around it. And then just turns it back on. See, if this was the original version, I think it's probably this right here. It would probably say like Lucas. You know what? Let's just go to that. Let's just go to that to see what it says. Because the one from Cars is an HD reprint that they had to do because Lucasfilm didn't own the rights to THX anymore during 2006. But yeah, Lucasfilm Ltd. sound system. The shimmer is brought back. Deep Note is brought back too. The audience is listening. Brand new font. And you know what? While we're here, let's do the extended version as well. Not the whole thing. I will skip to the important part. Listen carefully. So that little bit right there. That's it. those are all the new additions to this version of the trailer. Why they made an extended version and all they did was add an extra bit of work for text to do, I have no idea. But it exists. And it just adds like 5 or 10 more seconds to the trailer. Kind of pointless. But still really good. So I will rank both of them here. Text. Personally for me, very, very high A. Probably the top of A. And extended, basically the same thing. In terms of my theories, though, for this trailer, like I said, I was going to explain. For one thing, with this sequence right here, where it's all like glitching out, there's sparks everywhere, and then it falls, clearly there's some sort of machinery going on inside that causes the letters to float. Also, the logo itself is what produces the sound, so it, in a way, it's kinda sorta alive. You know, it needs power, it needs to produce the sound, it floats. That's not normal technology. At least, like, human technology, you know? And then we've got text here. Look at how small he is compared to the logo. But here's the thing. Is text just, like, tiny? Or is he to scale with us? And the logo is just ginormous. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out later. But it's still kinda terrifying to think about. You know, this little robot fixing this giant logo. By the way, the design for this guy, perfect. Perfect. Fat, like, handyman sort of guy. Kinda, sorta, not really looks like Mario. Not exactly. It's just the red and the mustache. No eyes. Gotta be honest, one of my favorite, like, character design tropes. You got a character who, you know, you don't really know if they have eyes or not. They just have a hat or something covering it up. The topmost part of their head you can see is their nose. He's got an antenna, he's got a jetpack. The limbs, pretty basic for the time. Spheres, cylinders, claws, very basic claws. The legs, I'm not sure what the legs resemble, but the feet, as you can see, he doesn't traditionally walk, he rolls. He rolls. His legs seem to be very elastic or something. Like, look at that, look at the stretch! Look at that stretch, chat! I've never looked at this frame by frame before. That is insane stretch. That is crazy. But yeah, dude just rolls. Dude just rolls around if he needs to. If he's not rolling, he's flying. Was that it for my theories about THX, according to this trailer? It's kind of alive. It generates the sound. It has some sort of non-human made power to float in midair. It's so weird. Anyways, what's the next one? Oh boy, look at that! More text. And more variants. Probably the most unique variants, by the way, chat. THX 2. I'm already gonna say, I'm gonna spoil it already. S tier. S tier. Like, if it wasn't Broadway being everywhere on Disney DVDs, it was this one. We got a closer, better look at THX. Oh, you stupid. You know what? Go to the one from The Video Lover. It's got the Lucasfilm byline anyways. No annotations. Nothing getting in the way. So I believe all the cow sounds you hear were actually recorded on Skywalker Ranch. And they kind of just morphed them into the deep note. And this was all over the place on Disney DVDs. Definitely, and it is officially considered the family favorite, I'll say that much. Like, THX has actually, at least as far as I know, kind of just confirmed themselves that it's considered the family favorite trailer, and it makes sense. It's more lighthearted, it doesn't have a traditional deep note, you've got Tex the Robot. I mean, well, no, I shouldn't say that. I was gonna say who doesn't love Tex the Robot, but apparently people are afraid of Tex, and I don't understand that. THX itself, I can understand. I had nightmares almost every single night for years as a kid. This logo was terrifying. The sound was terrifying. Nightmare fuel everywhere. And would you listen to that? A remix of the Deep Note is playing right now. Gosh dang it. But like Tex, I don't see what's terrifying about him. He's cool. He's just a handyman. He's trying to fix stuff, dude. He's just trying to fix the logo. He's flying around. He's got a grumpy attitude sometimes. But when things work, he's happy. He's proud. Yeah, look at that. I did that. I fixed that. That was me. But there's also a bit of fear, you know? He knows when to fly away. He knows when there's trouble. But he's also a little forgetful as well. Also, this is probably the sharpest angle we'll ever see from the logo. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that angle, chat. Oh, not full screen. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Not full screen. The rank screen. See, text to Mucan. S tier, right between Simpsons and Broadway, in my opinion. Music. Shut up. It's time for more variants. We got the VHS version of THX 2. Because believe it or not, this did in fact appear on VHS at some point. And this explains it right here. Taken from the 2002 VHS of Monsters, Inc. The only VHS to ever have this trailer. No other THX certified VHS tape has this trailer in it except for Monsters, Inc. Which is very interesting. But where's the difference other than the aspect ratio? Right there. 2 2 extra cows. 2 extra cows for whatever reason. That's the difference. That's the difference. Just 2 extra cows added to the mix. If I'm being honest, I'm gonna combine this with Text 2. Because again, it's basically the same exact trailer. There's hardly any differences. Other than... Actually, not... You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm not... It's like, it's the same trailer, basically. And there's more to it, but I'm not sure how much I like the more to it, you know? But it's still good. I'll put it in A. The Monster Cable collab. Where is it? There it is. By the way, Gabriel, is it Saman? I'm gonna guess Saman. I remember watching videos from his channel a lot years ago as a kid, because he was the only one with like most of the trailers on YouTube. Fully up to date at the time. Right there. This was during THX's, at the time, partnership with Monster Cables to provide a brand new HDMI cord for TVs. And they've got a brand new byline, the Monster logo right here. Looks really good, by the way. Like, it's so well edited together. I don't know how they made this, but it looks really good. Monster THX bringing the theater home. Actually, very funny fun fact, chat. I was digging through because I had to. There was a smaller entertainment center downstairs where all the video game stuff was kept, and we were gonna move stuff around so that we had more space. A new little entertainment center cupboard sort of thing. And in the smaller one that I had to move, I had to get all the extra TV stuff out of the way that wasn't being used. One of the cables was a Monster cable with THX on it. I don't think it was the exact same one that was made during this time, but it was a THX certified HDMI cable, which was really cool to see. Actually, was it HDMI or just like basic? I wonder if it was basic like VGA or something, or like the red, white, and yellow cords or whatever. Hello, El Ruby. Welcome to the stream. And for everyone else either joining in or have been here for a while, I hope you've been enjoying the stream. Welcome, welcome everyone. This is a much different stream than I've been doing traditionally. I've been doing a lot of gaming stuff, but I figured, you know what? I want to do something different. I want to do tier lists. And I'm starting off with the most autistic thing I can think of, THX. Reminder again, so that people on the internet don't get mad, I don't know if I have autism or ADHD yet. There's probably been plenty of things I've done on stream already that kind of hint towards it. And this especially will be that thing, because of how much of a nerd I am of THX. But, like, I don't want to say that I have autism or anything until I go get it tested. So please, for you extra sensitive out there, please don't get upset when I call this an autistic stream. People have called me autistic for this sort of stuff before. I think it's fine. But yeah, anyways, the Monster trailer, this I would rank, no, high A. Very high A. right next to the text. It's really close. It's really, really, really close. Because again, it's so well made. It's such a well-made variant. I love it. But we got one more to look at, chat, and technically the whole trailer isn't different. There's just more added to the end. This is Factor 5 variant used for the PS3 game Lair.
Sony Computer Entertainment.
Yeah, look at this copyright information. 7.1 audio. That's pretty cool. Too bad we can't hear it. Fun fact, another fun fact while we're sitting here and waiting, chat, I actually have THX speakers for my computer. And they've been amazing. I've got a subwoofer down there, 2 speakers on the desk. They all got the THX logo on them. They're nice. Probably the best speakers I've had so far. Yeah, whoa, what's that? Those are monsters. Genuine question for me, by the way, because I've never played this game before. I've never even heard of this game until I learned that there was a special version of this trailer just made for the game, where it's got all this extra stuff on it. By the way, we missed something, I'm pretty sure, in the audio. You can barely hear it. It's the moo from the end of the trailer. They played it again when that monster was dropped. Makes me wonder what else was on in the game. What is the game actually like? I'm slightly interested. But yeah, this one, I'm gonna put probably here. Low. Nah, high B. Just cause it's interesting enough what they added to the end. Oh, chat, this is where negative opinions start coming in. Broadway 2000. Broadway 2000, where are you? Why is Cavalcade over here? Where's Broadway 2000 in this list? There's science, so we're a little far ahead. Did I miss it? Yes, I did. Oops. Oops. So, right off the bat, this trailer sucks. This is our first F tier, chat. I'm sorry, but I really do not like it. It's so bad. Like, the text effects at the beginning are interesting. Like, it fades in, and then that, this blur effect is cool. But the slogan makes no sense. Let's see it in THX. What does that mean? What do you mean, let's see it in THX? And then you've got the most basic cardboard Sony Vegas lens flare effects. I could do this. You could probably do this on the earliest version of Sony Vegas. This is not for the this is probably the only plus, this blur effect. Everything else is just not professional enough, in my opinion. This trailer sucks. This trailer sucks. It's really bad. Also, the deep note. Play it again. What is this deep note? Like, it kind of has the original, like, layered down in the bottom, but for the most part, they tried to make something new to add to it. But again, it's so generic. It's so bad. It's like, it's not strong enough. It doesn't, like, the pitch bending up and down is not the same as the original. It's so flat and basic. Just everything about this trailer, the way it looks, the way it sounds, is so bad. And that is why it deserves our first F tier. Also, before I forget, the name is Broadway 2000. How in the world is this deserving of the name Broadway? There is no blue rectangle. It is probably one of the most unprofessional looking trailers I've ever seen. What about this says Broadway? What about this says Broadway? Nothing. This does not deserve this name. Take the name away. Give it something else. What in the world? Anyways, we got a better trailer up next, chat. Yippee. Cavalcade. We're gonna do the video level. We're not gonna do THX official upload because there's gonna be those annotations, end screen at the end. We're gonna do a fresh, uninterrupted upload. If anything, chat, this trailer is the most deserving of the name Broadway 2000. Also, it actually released in 2000, apparently. But yeah, no, this is like... At least for me personally, I love this way more than the original Broadway. Like, this to me is more iconic. It's a much more updated look. You've got this sphere with lightning inside of it. It explodes to reveal this big, vast landscape, this lightning storm. You got these shards everywhere. And then, for whatever reason, they melt. And then the lightning from the storm brings it all together into the THX logo. And then the rectangle comes back, and it looks different and new. And it's so, like, early 2000s. This is the perfect, updated version of Broadway's visuals. This should have been given the name Broadway 2000. But Cavalcade is still an interesting... I don't know it. What does Cavalcade even mean? What does Cavalcade mean? I have no idea, but it sounds cool, and the trailer looks cool. And then you got text, digitally mastered for optimal video and audio performance. I think there's other different texts. I think there's one that has like the THX website link at the end of one of them. And there's another variant where it doesn't even show text. It goes to this, shows the rectangle, shows the logo, and then just fades out, rectangle and all, to black as you hear that final whoosh, the wind. And that one's not as good, but still, like, Cavalcade. Top of the S tier. Top of the S tier. Tip top. Perfect logo. Perfect length. I love it. 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 But now it's time for a version that I'm not really sure if it came before or after Cavalcade. Terminator 2. Released exclusively for Terminator 2 DVDs and Blu-rays. So you can see the similarities already. Instead of a blue sphere with a lightning storm in it, it's the Terminator 2 logo. Also the Terminator 2 theme. There's the Terminator in the back. Here comes his gun. He shoots it. Actually, was it last year or this year I watched Terminator 2 for the first time? And I was very surprised to hear all these sounds in the movie. Like, every single sound you've heard in this trailer so far comes from the movie. It's so interesting. There was a weird... I didn't have chills down my spine, but it was a weirdly not so unsettling feeling just in the back of my mind when I heard these sounds in the movie. I'm like, wait a minute. This is in the THX trailer. What? It is a little slower though, I'll say that. And then it's got the Broadway 2000 version of the Deep Note. Similar rectangle, it's a lot more blue. There's not a lot of like sharp flares like this one. It's more clean and a deep blue. Hello, Needle Mouse. Welcome to the stream. I mean, maybe it's in here in this upload, but I'd really like an HD version of this logo because it looks really clean. It's a little darker, very clean, digitally mastered. It looks really good. Best sound, best picture, of course. You're watching a THX certified theater. Real quick, maybe I should check this out, because this is like... Yeah, this is the entire, like, DVD menu. Well, not the entire DVD menu, but just a little DVD setup of Terminator 2. Shows all these different logos, goes through the THX. Oh, it's got like a mist. Look at that. Look at the rectangle for a minute, like the edges. There's like a mist to it. So yeah, I guess it looks a little better. Just a little. What's the quality? 720. Ooh. HD. The thing is, I don't know what the screen resolution is for DVDs, like traditionally for the time. Was it 720p? Was it 1080p? Was it 2K? Like, how big did DVDs go back in my time? Back in my day, 720p was HD. Which is true, by the way. I want to complain real quick. I hate the fact that 720p is not listed as HD anymore on YouTube. It's kind of stupid. But yeah, Terminator 2. It's like, it's got cool visuals. It's Terminator 2 themed. The logo looks darker and clean. The blue rectangle is a nice update. It looks a lot more blue than Cavalcade. But it's kind of slow, and it uses the Broadway 2000 version of the Deep Note. So, do I give it a low A or a high B? I think I'm gonna give it a low A. Just because it's Terminator 2 themed. Like, you bring in like actual movie themes to your trailers. That's some good spice. Good spice. Speaking of movie themes, chat. We got one of the best ones. Shrek. This is real. This is real. No. Well, yeah, no. Do the other one, not the I don't want the end screen stuff popping up. from the THX channel. I wish there was a higher quality version of this, by the way. This does not exist in HD anywhere. But I still love it. Fades in. A lot slower than text. And then... would you look at that? The secrets behind the deep note revealed. It's Shrek and Donkey the whole time. There's a slightly green tinted shine.
Donkey. Okay.
And then a new tagline, illuminate your senses. This is real, chat. This is real. Now you're probably wondering, you know, this says copyright 2006. The tier list lists it as 2001. What's going on here, Turret? The reason why is because this was actually made in 2001. The problem is that the DVD, at least according to my research, the DVD release for Shrek landed on the exact same day as the theatrical release of Monsters, Inc. And at that time, THX and Disney and Pixar had this nice little partnership going on. This little exclusive partnership. And now, here's DreamWorks, you know, suggesting a brand new trailer, which was hyped up by some articles, by the way. A new trailer that would feature Shrek and Donkey, either in theaters or on DVD, whatever it was. But I think the biggest problem, the reason why this ended up getting cancelled, is because it actually had the characters in it. And Disney did not want the company they were partnered with to have characters from their rivals. So Disney was like, hey, if you do this, we're gonna cancel our partnership. All that money, all those sweet deals, gone. You better not release this trailer with DreamWorks, you better not. And THX was like, alright, fine. And it became lost media. Until around 2006, 2007, when Shrek the Third was coming out. They decided to bring back this trailer for promotional material. I don't know if it appeared in any theaters. There are reports that it showed up on a British DVD of Shrek the Third. There is no proof of this, just word of mouth. I would love to know if it actually appeared on a DVD, so we could potentially try to get an HD version of the trailer. But until then, it's Shrek. Hi. Come on. High A. High A. It's Shrek. It's fun. It's simple. Though unfortunately there is no HD version anywhere to be found. And wouldn't you know it, chat, we got some more controversy. Bounty from 2003, made to celebrate the 20th anniversary of THX. Also, we finally have an HD scan of this trailer at long last after years of having not HD. Which means we get to read the text at the end. Finally. Yeah, I'm gonna play this and you guys figure out why this is controversial.
Well, Just let the clay slide between. Okay.
20 years of making great movies come alive. THX wishes to thank the following studios for use of the movie sound clips in this trailer presentation: American Zoetrope, Lucasfilm, Miramax, New Line Cinema, Paramount Pictures, 20th Century Fox, and Universal Pictures. You understand now why this is controversial? At least for the time. It's not like a toxic controversy like we hear these days. It was more copyright. Because here's the thing about this trailer. THX did not get permission to use any of these sound clips. You know, you got stuff from Jurassic Park, Star Wars, what is it? The one with, what's his name? How did I forget his name? how did I... Oh, Pulp Fiction, that's what it is. Pulp Fiction. Back to the Future. Is it Alien or Predator that one screechy sound comes from? I don't know, I didn't watch those movies. But I heard it's from one of them, I think. But yeah, just... they didn't have permission to use any of those sound clips. So... this trailer did not last long in theaters. Not long at all. But it's still really good. I think it's a really good way to not only celebrate your company's existence, but also, you know, the amount of change that has been made with sound in the home and in theaters simply because of THX. All of these great, legendary, iconic movies fueled and fixed by the power of THX. This is a very high A. It's not S tier, unfortunately, but it's very high, in my opinion. Next trailer we got on the list, though. Science. This is also how they should have done Broadway 2000. Because this looks cool, and it sounds cool. Listen closely. The science of sensation. So, these are still kind of basic effects. The text fading in at the bottom is really cool. The sun flare right here looks better, I would say. It looks a lot better, a little more professional. The logo has some animation to it. The sun flare fades out very professionally. And the deep note. You probably noticed it's technically the Broadway 2000 version. However, this is an updated version. They decided to take the Broadway 2000 version of the deep note, update the mixing. Actually, that's about it. They just updated the mixing. They made it sound better. It sounds more grand and full and powerful. It's not basic and weird like Broadway 2000. It's powerful. It is a proper additional update to the deep note. but it's still very basic. I would put it... I'd give it a kind of low... Yeah, put it above Wings. Honestly, I'll put it there. Kind of a mid B. You know, it's still a very generic trailer, but the sound is great. That's the thing, but that's like the only great thing about it. It looks better. Still generic, but it looks better. But it sounds amazing. Next up, actually, what is next up again? Ziegfeld. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. Ziegfeld? Zag? How do you pronounce this? I don't know, but we're gonna watch it. Probably to you guys the most generic one so far. Personally for me, it hits a little hard. I'll probably rank it higher than a lot of other people, just because of my personal memories with this trailer. I remember very specifically, I think we got a baseball game. It was MLB The Game 07. Well, yeah, there it is right there. MLB 07, the show. This is what we got for the PS2 one year. And what in the world? 95th century. What are you doing? Yeah, we got that game. I think I remember we got it from a Sam's Club. I could be mistaken. I just remember we got the game, we got home, popped it in. The room was darker because I guess we were testing stuff or whatever. I have no idea. But the game's loading up. It has like the copyright information screen, warnings, you know, no pirating this game or whatever, stuff like that. All these different companies that took part in the game's creation or whatever. And then in one of the corners, there's THX. And I'm like, wait a minute. THX can be in games? And before you know it, by the way, the volume is turned up quite a bit in the house right now at this point. At the moment I'm realizing there's THX in here in a video game. What is going on? The warning screen cuts out and it goes to the trailer. Just seeing the outline fade in terrified me. Because again, new trailer, I had never seen this before. I did not expect it to show up in a video game, and this is what I met with. First second. The outline, not the whole logo, the outline of the logo. And then it fades in, you get the lower pitched deep note. That was scary, and I hope it gave my dad a little taste of how little child me felt every time I watched this stuff. Like, you gotta understand the nightmares that we kids had back in the day. You will never understand this because you're adults and you lived through a lot. I'm still a kid. To me, this is the worst of the worst that exists in the world. This is the nightmare fuel. And you probably just made it worse. But yeah, the look of the logo, it's not technically, like, it doesn't have the shimmer that Signs of Sensation had. But it does have this nice, slightly blue glow to it. It's got the shimmer. This is probably the closest to, like, Like, if it had a blue rectangle, that would probably be, like, the most faithful Broadway recreation ever. Just because of the shimmer that happens. Play it one more time. It's like the 80s metallic shimmer, completely updated to the 2000s. This is 2006 we're talking about. Like, I don't know. It is generic. But I have a lot of, like, childhood connection to it. Very high A. I don't know if that's a hot take for the community, but for me, it's a high A, just because of my personal experience with it. Next up, at long last, how long has it been? 97, Text 2 Mukan came out. Nearly 10 years later, Text 3. The sequel we never expected. And the sequel that presumably showed up on Cars in theaters, like the theatrical release of Cars. The Pixar movie, you know? Cars. Oh, it's still muted. Oops.
And action.
And here's our proof that Tex is just tiny. He can fit in a car. Look at all this machinery. Also, updated Tex model. Holy frick. Does this have 720 or 1080p? Yes, it does. Look at this man. Look at him. Look at the glow up, dude. From 97, 96 to 2006. This is an insane glow up. The details, the amount of detail on his arms, his face, his body, his legs, so much better than the original. Like, objectively, this is an amazing, perfect update to his model. Look at how expressive his animations are. Look at his mouth! He has a proper mouth now. It's not just a black, like, block added in front of the sphere. It is a properly modeled mouth. And his hands, they're not claws anymore. They're like safe. They're actual hands. It's still like two pincers, two appendages. But it's not like a sharp circular claw like in Mukan. But look at this dude. And then like the updated jetpack sounds too. We got more jetpack sounds. I love the little fluttery jetpack sounds, dude. Oh yeah, presumably new voice actor too. THX logo looks really good. And look, he's still proud of it. He ran into it, but he's still proud of it. But yeah, that's the thing I forgot to mention. With Tex 1. John Lasseter provided the voice of Tex. I'm not sure if he continued to voice him in this trailer, but John Lasseter was his voice in the first one. I'd love to know who voiced him in this one though. Cause you got like brand new grunts and stuff. Like, hang on, can I find like the actual points where he talks? You got the And he says, uh-oh, there's no way that's John Lasseter. Yeah, he speaks now, he's got uh-oh. Just grunts. Just a lot of grunts. There's a again. Then an O, because he realizes what's going on. A do, as if he's Homer Simpson. This trailer's really good. I'm sorry. But we've got ourselves another S tier, chat. Oh man. S tier. Text 3 action. It's an amazing trailer. Perfect update to text. Text. What? Text. It's got the lower pitched deep note again. Visually, I think it's the best so far. Like, not just with text, the environment. Just going through the car. Amazing. Well, chat, I think it is quote-unquote break time. Not like, you know, take a break, relax. I mean, you guys can do it. You know what? You know what, chat? Let's do that. Let's take an actual little break. I'm gonna grab a water bottle so that I don't run out. I'm gonna put on some music. And we will catch up with these trailers because we're going on a technical break of THX trailers. Moving on from official stuff to the contest entries of the time. Ooh boy. I've got a snack down there too, by the way, in case I need it. Well, not need, in case I want it. I don't... Well... No, there's definitely a difference. I need food in the sense that it's necessary for me to survive. But when it comes to the kind of food it is, that's when it's a want, at least for the most part, you know? Like, I need food. But I want the double cheese, what is it called? Cheez-It Snapped? These things are packed with flavor. Yeah. Since when did I have a Lego? I don't remember. When did I start using... I'm gonna have to go through all my streams and figure out when my first usage of this PNG Lego tuber thing was. It's been going for a good while though. Anyways, chat, this is a really interesting point in THX history. In 2006, THX held a contest where people would make their own trailers. And the rewards were interesting. Nothing big. I don't know if there was a money reward, but like you would get a seat. You would get like a THX branded director's chair as a reward. And then on top of that, like half of these ended up on THX demo discs. So that's pretty cool. None of them showed up in theaters. They were just like bonus features on demo discs just to show like, hey, this is a thing that existed. How about you check out some of the winners? Because there were 10 winners, as you can see. Winner, 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 winner. And then we've got some extra contest entries that are available on YouTube. So we're gonna shut the music up and find these contest trailers, because in the playlist they're after all the official stuff. But first off, a good idea by Paul S. Gordon. A very, very cute, homemade sort of trailer. You got your kids involved, making a paper airplane. Got some nice drawings. Unimpressed for whatever reason, but easy way to improve it. I just add a THX logo onto it. It makes it cool and awesome. It's a cute little trailer. Uh-oh. Oh no! They broke it! Oh no! It's such a fun trailer, chat. Honestly, I would give it... Like, I really want to be fair with my personal opinions. It's good. It is a good trailer. There's a... It is... Like, I don't want, like, homemade camera footage as, like, a point off or whatever, you know? Yeah, I would give it... I want to put it in B, but I don't know where. Probably after Wings. Mid B. It's good. It's fun. It's cute. Now the next one. Audience. Audience. By... And does this say who made... Stop. Does not say who made it. Google time, chat. I'm gonna say who made all of these. Don't you worry. THX trailer contest. Yes. This is what I need. I need this wiki. What are these entries? Audience by Aaron Dennis. This one's really good, I gotta say. Whoa. Oh, annotations, get at. Where's the return annotations button? Oh well. Oh well. But yeah, very interesting. Let me rewind real quick because I was too distracted. And distracting. So... THX logo fails. I love the audio design of the deep note being all broken up like that. I wonder where they filmed this, because the camera work is really good, really professional. Did they just like rent out a theater or something to make this? I don't know. But yeah, everyone's kind of... And this is a lot of people too. Look at all the people that they had to get to make this trailer. But like everyone's preparing for the movie, everything's broken down, and now everyone is kind of disappointed. Oh well. But what's that? Someone's hopeful. They have faith. Through the power of the true superpower of teamwork! We can get it back. And get it back they did. It's almost perfect. It's almost perfect. It's so good. It's so professional. But gosh dang it, the white in the THX logo. So many people forgot to take the white out so that they could get a transparent image. Get the black background. Why did THX send them this image? That's what I want to know. Because that's the thing. THX supplied them with an image of the logo and then an audio file of the deep note. But why is this what they sent them? You know, this is 2006. I'm pretty sure you could possibly find a better image of the logo online than this. You know, Google's still new enough. That's like 90s. You know, it's decently old enough. There should be enough image results for a transparent image of the logo. But that's like the only fault that I have with this trailer. Everything else is amazing. Look at the size of that screen. They had to have like rented out a theater for this. And they had popcorn too. They had popcorn. And I want to know how they did the vibration effects. Because you could see it's, well, yeah, I think I'm figuring it out. It's like they added a screen effect that made it look like everything was vibrating. But in addition, I'm sure they just had someone like violently, not violently, but vibrate their arm so that it would look like the popcorn is falling out because the ground is shaking. But yeah, it's really good. It is a really good trailer. I would put it at the top of the A because there's one, I would put this in S, but there's one that's even better for me personally. And we'll get there soon. First, we got Beyond Imagination. Does it say, you know what, I'll just scroll through this. Beyond Imagination by Wes Jones. And I gotta turn this way down because for whatever reason the upload of this video is like too loud. Or I guess that's fine, I don't know, just like you can kind of hear the audio distortion. It wasn't this way on the website, though, like the audio. Because, like, that's how you could find all these entries on the THX website. All the winning entries. But I don't remember this one in particular being as loud as it is here. That's the thing. But it's very basic. It takes advantage of the white as well. It's got the sun flares. It's almost dreamlike, especially given the name Beyond Imagination. It's kind of like a dreamlike trailer. It's still basic though. So I'll put it honestly, I'll put it in C. This is our first C rank trailer. This is where things get... How do I say this? Chat, I want to apologize for that. I, for whatever reason, snapped into my recording mode. Because I'll do that sometimes. If I'm like recording something, I'll just be like... Because I'll catch myself making a mistake, so I'm like, I gotta start over with the line, but I'm I'm live, so I can't exactly do that. It's my autism showing through, huh? But no, this is probably the most interesting part of the tier list, because I'm gonna play this real quick. And it's gonna be very confusing. So I don't know how legitimate this is. If it is legitimate, awesome. If not, that sucks. But here's the thing. Big sound, as you can tell by the little thing right there, is unfortunately lost media. All of the other contest entries and winners have been uploaded to YouTube, thankfully. But Big Sound remains lost. Big Sound by Sarah Char, or Carr, however you pronounce it. It also kind of sucks because, like, trying to find a good source of, like, what the remembering what the trailer's like, people are like, you know, don't take this as fact because it's just a random claim on the internet of what it's like. But I don't know, like, I know there's a Reddit post talking about this trailer and what it's like. And I personally want to back it up because I remember what the trailer's like. I remember watching this a lot. I mean, I watched all of them a lot, but this one was like one of my top favorites. And that explains... Where'd it go? Is it in the private tab? Yes, it is. So, the trailer starts in a black room with one of these playing a vinyl record with the THX logo on it. You hear crackling, similar to what I was hearing in my headphones earlier this stream when I was trying to play the text trailer. But yeah, it's one of these. The camera's zooming out. Try to imagine this as best as you can, chat. I hope you can. I hope you can see it as clearly as I can. But it's a dark, black room. A light is fixated on this, playing a THX vinyl. You hear the crackling at first. Camera's zooming out. There's a wire, like, kind of twisting around from this over to wherever it's going. And then the deep note starts up. It then fades to a scene of, like, this auditorium, just full of these speakers. Not this exact shot, but it's just full of speakers everywhere you look. Just a whole, like, theater auditorium full of speakers on the floor, on the walls, even on the ceiling. There's a couple screens playing the movie, playing a movie. And after reading the Reddit post, it mentioned that it's The Phantom Menace. Thinking back on it now that I've seen Star Wars Phantom Menace, like, that was it. It's the pod race scene that was in the trailer. It was muted, of course. I'm sure they couldn't include the audio from the pod race. But you could see the visuals. You could see it playing on a couple screens, the pod race scene. The camera is panning around, showing the room very slowly. It cuts to another shot of the room. There's... You know, in Portal 2, like at the very beginning, where Wheatley is just moving around on a track on the ceiling? There was something kind of like that, but obviously instead of Wheatley, it's a speaker. I think there was a couple of them. I don't remember, but it was something. It was a speaker or something, just riding along this track, moving around. I don't know if it was a speaker or a light or something. I don't know. But there was something on the roof, on the ceiling, moving around. Deep Note is still building up, of course. I think there was another cut showing the auditorium. And then the deep note starts building up and up. That's where this screenshot comes in, because the camera starts zooming past this wall of THX branded speakers. And then that's where basically this part comes in. It fades into this black, bluish background. The THX logo zooms in. And honestly, I think this is the part that makes me think it's not legitimate, because what I remember is the logo kept on zooming in past the camera. So I don't know. I'll still include this here, just in case. But like, that's what I remember. That's where it ends, by the way, is it fades from the speaker room, to the super dark room, blue sort of screen lighting, and then the THX logo zooming into the camera, zooming past the camera. Like, I believe it went in between, like, right here, between the H and the X. It was either right there or right there. But that is my memory of the trailer, and honestly, it is... I would rank it, it's still not an S tier, but it's top of A. It's an A+, I would say. From my memory. I really, really hope someone can find this trailer at some point. Like, I want to be able to, like, have this trailer be found, uploaded to the internet, and then I take this recording from the stream along with the Reddit post and see and be like, you see, I told you. Like, I get it, it's the whole dude just trust me thing on the internet, like, there's not a lot of stuff backing up our claims. But I know my memory, I remember this stuff. I watched it for years, multiple times a year, until the page for the contest winners shut down. Because it was like the whole site got updated. It looked really cool originally. It was all black with like white outlines everywhere. It was really cool, really early 2000s. And then one year, I think it was like the 2010s, THX decided to update their site. Now it got all... I don't think it's like it's now, but it was all white, I remember. Nice and clean. However, the page for the contest entries went down. So there was no real way to watch them anymore. But again, it makes, to me personally, it makes no sense how all these other trailers have been downloaded and preserved and re-uploaded to YouTube, and yet Big Sound was not one of them. It sucks. It really sucks to think about. Like, the only thing I have to judge this on is my memory. But, oh well. See, that's why I would hope it's fair enough, honestly. Like, I wanted to include this just so I have an excuse to talk about my memory of the trailer and how it goes. I don't know how everyone else will think about it, though, because there's no way for them to know what it's like. There's no way to watch it. But again, oh well. Anyways, next trailer, horror sound. Shut up, music. It's horror sound time. I'm not sure what makes it horror, but I guess it's the ambient noises or something. These effects are pretty cool, like the little transitions. They're kind of boring. I mean, they're boring, basic, like, stock transitions, but I think it's the sound effects that make it work. All the text is really cool. You are in a THX certified cinema. Yeah, I think it's an alright trailer, honestly. Again, the transitions are basic. The logo has the white outline. But the sound design is good, I will say. The sound design is good. Probably a very low B. Very low B. Oh yeah, what is it? Who was it made by? Internet, open up. Horror sound by Matthew Provost. And it's a very interesting spelling of Matthew too. Mathieu. I've never seen Matthew spelled that way before. That's interesting. Next up, we got Job. And you're not going to believe who the guy's name is that made this. Jason Job. Jason Job created the Job trailer. And it's kind of quiet. But it's got the shockwave kind of effect. This one is really close to like an official looking trailer, in my opinion. I don't think it hits as much just yet, but it is good. So yeah, I had to turn it down a little bit. The thumping is quiet. The deep note is fine. This effect, I don't know what it is, but it looks really weird and kind of cool. Kind of cool. Oh, so that just cuts out. Okay. But yeah, I like Job. I really like Job. I would put it at the bottom of A. Actually, no. Let's put it above the Terminator 2 version of Cavalcade. Why not? Oh, next up. Luminous. One of my personal favorites. Oh, and there's the name right there. Michael Swindler. You swindled me. This one is probably the most professional looking so far, just because it's completely 3D. 3D animated. Like, look at that detail. He had to make that model. He had to make that model. This is a really good looking. It's simple, it's short, but it looks good and professional. Very well made 3D animation. I think the only thing missing, and I understand why they don't have it, it's the Lucasfilm sound system, whatever bylines. I'm sure it's because Lucasfilm didn't own THX at this time. But still, like, I could see that being, like, in theaters or on a DVD. This is the most professional looking trailer, like, out of any of these in the contest. Bottom of this. Bottom of this. Next up, Shards by Javier Ariel Garza. Hahu hahi. I'm not sure what all this is for. Because it's the same channel, you can see, the same channel archiving these videos. I'm assuming this was like part of what was sent by this guy? I don't know. I have no idea why this is included, but it's interesting. people had to send these on DVDs and mail them to THX. So this one's another, like, 3D animated trailer sort of thing. Like, I don't know what volume to put it at for the stream. 20 or 15. What's too loud? What's too quiet? I don't know. But yeah, it's a decent THX logo. Taking advantage of the white. And that's really cool. The little TV switch off sort of effect. I would give this one a high B. Very high B. Because it looks cool. The logo isn't, like, obviously it's not to scale for, like, the official logo or whatever, the official model. But it is cool. It's a cool effect. I can tell they just, like, reversed an explosion. But it works. It works. It looks cool. Again, they took advantage of the white background. And then they had the little TV switch off effect at the end. Wasn't needed, but it was really well executed. The audition. This one is really fun. And one of the longest on the list. It's a minute long, chat.
Okay, welcome to the new.
It tells a
Sound
story.
Division logo audition. Basically, we want the audience to know that they're about to have the best possible.
And it's got a lot of references too,
experience.
chat. Try to catch them.
Whenever you're ready, go for it.
The following film contains sound of the highest quality.
Next.
So that's on the nose. On the nose reference.
Next. Next.
Hello there.
Yeah, not that kind of audition. THX. What is that? Anyway, let's hear it whenever you're ready.
This one's got some 3D animation to it as well. It's got the shimmer.
When can you start?
Perfectly aligned transition to the official logo. This one's awesome. So the references, in case y'all didn't catch them, Hal,
The following film contains sound of the highest quality.
along with the voice, is pretty obvious. It's Hal, isn't it from uh-oh. 2001: A Space Odyssey. Isn't that what he's from? It's the red eye. It's the robot with the red eye who speaks like that in that tone to everyone. It's Hal 9000 is the full name.
Next.
So ABZ lowercase obviously is a reference, somewhat like quote unquote reference to like little kids media.
Next.
XYZ with the zipper sound. Check your zipper.
Next.
Hello there.
Yeah, not that kind of audition.
Porn. Did I rank this one already? I did not. This one. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it right underneath Big Sound. Ooh, we're stretching it out already. The A has grown taller. We're running out of room. Anyways, chat. It's time for the best trailer to win this contest. THX, whoa. In my opinion, the best one. 55 seconds. It's got a homemade feeling, of course. Typical camera. but I love it for whatever reason. I love it. You're rumbling. He started a movie. There's THX. Deep Note's kind of ramping up. This is a reference to Jurassic Park. The ripples in the water. Watch it again. Look at the ripples. The audience is listening. The only... is this the only trailer to include that tagline in the contest? Everything's blown around and then boom! It comes out of the TV. The effects are insane, and then rips his shirt off.
Whoa.
And there it is. Whoa. And then it fades out. This trailer is so fun. I don't know what it is about it. Why is it? I think it's because... I think it is the homemade feel. You're like at college. You got your bed. You got your TV. You got your DVD cases, DVD player. I hope that was a legitimate way to put the DVD back in. Because, like, I know... Oh, yeah, no, it's not. Open, close. Open, close. So, which type of person were you, chat? Were you the type of people to use the button both times to open and close a disc tray? Or were you the type of person to push the button to open it and then push on the tray to close it? Like a madman. I was not that person. I was the one who pushed the button both times. Because that's what the button is for. It's to open the tray and close the tray. This remote. Look at this ancient piece of technology, chat. Some of y'all are probably too young to know what this is. Or at least know how to use all these different buttons, because you got all the numbers. You got power to turn on the TV. You got play to play the movie. Somewhere there's volume control. I think, yeah, there's channel. So you can change the TV channel up and down. These numbers allowed you to pick the number of the channel that you wanted to watch, so that you didn't have to scroll through a bunch. One of these buttons would change the input for the TV, whether you're using the actual TV signal, or like if you had a DVD set hooked up, or a game console. You would use one of these buttons to change the input to one of those different things. The rumble. Rumble's a nice touch. I love how the logo fades in, but it's like really far away. This is really well done. And again, the audience is listening reference. Probably the most tasteful reference so far. There's a sign that something's going wrong, because papers are flying everywhere. Here's a hint. It's still getting closer. Don't forget about that. Here's a reminder. The wind is picking up. It's shaking. It's shaking. And then boom. How did they do this? How did they do this effect? So, at this point, it's no longer... Is it? No, it's still a flat image. They've just got effects behind it. Now, it's a 3D model, kinda, sorta. How did they do this? Like, this right here is why... You know, I mentioned before, it's probably the homemade look. They're at college. No, this right here is what makes this trailer the best. THX flying out of the TV and just getting right up close to his face. Look at the editing work. Look at that. This is super impressive. And then you can see the electricity. It's tugging it back into the TV. And then on the way, shirt ripped off. Oh, wait a minute, hang on. Whoa. So there it is, flat logo. No longer 3D model. It's just right back into the TV.
Whoa.
Best logo in the entire contest. Top of S tier. Top of S tier so far, chat. It's so good. Oh, no, keep clapping. Round of applause. Masterful work. Masterful editing work, even though it's got the homemade camera. Like, not professional camera, more homemade look. It's really good editing. Really good cinematography. Fantastic references. Best in the entire contest. But we still got a couple more, chat. We got THX Phobia, which, for whatever reason, didn't win. I really do not know why this is. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. The audition was made by Adam White. And Whoa was made by Michael Rolfing? Michael Rolfing. Uh-oh, my mouse battery's about to die. Time to plug it in, chat. Yay. Now we got THX Phobia. Does this list? Yeah, THX Phobia, The Fear of Digital Audio, made by Jake Thomas McCook. Or McCook. Jake Thomas McCook. Again, this, for whatever reason, did not win.
Smooth, wheel to wheel, live, digitally stack, jerk. Lucas is a jerk. They're here.
Probably the funniest out of all of them, too.
Chrome pillars of fear.
Shiny chrome pillars of fear.
No! I want to feed my mind. God-given.
Actually, maybe that's why. Right there.
May the power of analog compel you.
May the power of analog compel you. This is good. This is a funny trailer. Not sure why that guy isn't wearing a shirt underneath. I guess it's to show that he's crazy. But yeah, no, this is good. I would put it... I put it at the very top of A. I almost said S. A. Top of A. Top of A rank, chat. THX will certify anything by Joe Redifer. Oh, that's his actual channel, I forgot. And I think it actually says, like, in the description, yeah, he made it for the contest. This was sent to THX and they loved it. But he didn't win. Yeah, he lost the original, like, files for this trailer, so no HD version, just a preview. THX wants to return the DVD I sent to them, then I'll upload a higher resolution copy. I wonder if that ever happened. Let me check his channel. Nope. Nope, it never happened. Crazy. Crazy, dude. Movie theaters. Home theater. Computer sound cards. Video games. Cars. Toilets. Human babies. THX will certify anything. So, I think I know why this didn't win, and it's because of the use of copyrighted content. That is the Windows sound. Or at least one of them. That was Windows 2000? It's like Windows 2000 and Windows NT, I believe, is where it was used. Creative Labs only. Isn't that the company that bought THX back in the day? Let me see. Creative Labs. Yeah. Sound Blaster. PC, laptop, PS5, PS4. Oh, just okay, that's just what's being used, I guess. There it is. Creative Sound Blaster Recon 3D THX PCIe sound card. Wait, this isn't Creative Labs though, is it? Gosh dang it. Google, why do you have to do this to me? Anyways. But yeah, I think that's the reason why this didn't win. Potentially. Is because of the Windows 2000 logon sound. Probably copyright stuff, which is against the rules. It is still a... It's a decent trailer. It's funny. That's my fan I'm hearing. See, this is what happens. I listen to the deep note enough, and it suddenly feels like the very beginning of it is just looming around me. And it never gets anywhere. It never gets to the climax. But this one I will rank. Probably high-ish B. It's decent. It's a... Actually, I'll put it down here. Down there. I hope I don't get in trouble for this, chat. This is probably the most controversial entry on here. There is a reason I didn't include this in my trailer history video, because I don't know what it would do. But I'm including it on the tier list because it's an entry. And I want to talk about my opinions on it. I think you'll understand what I think once it's done. Don't get me in trouble, YouTube. This has been on here for 14 years. Go away. Go away, please. Purity and sound. This is anything but pure. So, right off the bat, F tier. Bottom of F. I want to look at the description. Didn't win. Oh well. Well, gee, I wonder why you didn't win. I wonder why you didn't win. Maybe it's because you violated the part of the rules for the contest where it says no sexual imagery. And what you have here, you're focusing less on THX and more on what is apparently your normal line of work, which is these 3D animated, kinda nude looking female mannequins. Of course you're not gonna win the contest. Why did you make this? Why? I'm sorry. Honestly, I should have said I should have had a viewer discretion thing before clicking on that, if I'm being honest. But yeah, no, it's not good. I don't like it. No. No, 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 no. No suggestive stuff, no sexual stuff in my THX. In my anything, please. Get it out. Purity in sound. Shut up, dude. That is like deleting the pure. Get it away. Ugh. Actually, no, you know what? Not just YouTube. Twitch. Twitch. Don't hit me. Please. I hate it. 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 I hate that stupid entry. You know what? How about, before we get into this, how about a fun fact? For whatever reason, even though THX Phobia didn't win the contest, it was still included in one of the demo discs. Which is interesting. Anyways. We're out of 2006, chat. It's time for 2007 with Amazing Life. Probably the most beautiful THX trailer of all time. You want purity? Here's purity. Plants. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all the plants, the mushrooms. The leaves and butterflies and whatever. Whatever those things are. And what a surprise to many. It's THX. This one is really good. Really beautiful. For 2007? 2007, chat? Are you kidding me? 2007 this was made. And it's the best looking one so far. I'll put this personally for me though. Probably right here. It is an S tier because it's such an impressive, amazing trailer. A basic life. But I also have stronger opinions for all these ones. It's really good. I love hearing stories of people talk about this trailer, like with the first time they saw it. How, like, they didn't know. You know, they popped in Avatar on their DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. This popped up. They had no idea it was THX until it got to the end. Because it just looked so good. They just thought it was part of the movie. They just thought it was part of the movie, but no. It's not part of Avatar. It's its own thing. Oh, chat, you want more movie-themed trailers? We got Horton... Music, shut up. Hey, Twitch, are you still live? Awesome. Good to hear. Next trailer up here is Horton Hears a Who from 2008. An HD version of this also doesn't exist.
Come in, Mr. Mayor. Can you hear me?
Not quite.
How about now? Is this better?
Yeah, sort of.
Hello? Am I getting through?
Kinda losing you.
How about this? If I get up real close, can you read me?
So, kind of simple. Character... Oh yeah, it says the audience is hearing this time around. Also, you can kind of see the wind blowing in his hair. Wind's kind of blowing, but yeah, it's just characters kind of interacting with the environment. I'm not sure where they are. It's a black area. They have no idea where they're going. And then it's kind of just boom. There it is. It's a weird mixture of like interacting with the environment and interacting with themselves. It's very weird. It's a very weird trailer. And I loved it as a kid. Nowadays, I'm not so sure. I'm probably gonna put it... where do I put it? Where do I put it? Where do I put it? Probably high C. Like it's fun to see them walk around and interact with stuff. But it's not like Shrek, you know? It's not like the Shrek trailer. We're skipping ahead 2 years later. Nothing for 2009. Got 2010's Broadway 3D. Exclusive to 3D TVs. And a demo disc. I don't know how loud this is gonna be, I'm sorry. Not loud enough, apparently. Yeah, this one is cool. I'm sure if I saw this on a 3D TV with 3D glasses, it would look cooler. Because this looks kind of cool. Watching it come in from the fog is alright. The model looks fine. The shimmer is nice. The rectangle being here again is nice. It's not a completely black background, though, which is different. It's interesting. I kinda sorta like it. It's a good change of pace. You know, it's not just fading in from the darkness. It's emerging from the fog. Also, the properly updated deep note. I would put this in... I want to say B, but where? No, well, probably like a low... Low B, low to mid B. Probably. What's next? Broadway 2000. I think I have that way up here in the playlist. Wherever it is. There it is. I'm gonna play the Blu-ray version. I mean, I'll already spoil it. It says the audience is listening in this one. But I like how the Blu-ray version looks. The blue rectangle is more blue than teal or whatever. Digitally mastered. And this comes back as well. Digitally mastered for superior sound and picture quality. Actually, this is new. I'm pretty sure. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. VHS. Digitally mastered for optimal video and audio performance. It is new. Instead of optimal video and audio performance, it's superior sound and picture quality. Cool. I didn't even notice there was a difference there until just now. But yeah, honestly, you know, we got all these movie remakes coming out lately. What about logo remakes? I don't think I've hardly ever seen companies like remake older versions of their logos, of their trailers. And this is a really good, solid remake. Where do I put it? I'm gonna put it... Wow, that's a lot of contest entries at the top of A. You know what? I want to put it in S, but right next to the original. Right next to original. Probably deserves it. The only thing with it though, in case you couldn't tell. Oh yeah, that's the thing too. It's kind of animated. You can see the glimmer on the metal kind of moving around. It's got a glow around it, but there's no shimmer that goes from left to right. That's the only thing missing, is the shimmer that goes from left to right. Anyways, next up is Musical Wisps. This is a prototype trailer. This was, from what I understand, meant for 4K TVs. But it ended up going unused for whatever reason. Even though it looks really cool. Like this does look like... This looks like one of those things that is specifically meant to, like, show you how good a 4K screen is, you know? Put it in the TV section in the electronics store. Just to show you, hey, look at our new 4K TVs. Look at all the colors and shapes you can see. But yeah, I think this one is fine. I think these look really cool. There's a lot of glaring, a lot of flares and stuff. But it is really cool. I think if... And see, it looks really thin at first, but I think that's just the lighting. Because you can kind of see... You can kind of see the beveled edges of the logo behind it. I think it's just weird lighting, honestly. But yeah, I would put this at... maybe top of B. And also, I just remembered, I don't know why I keep forgetting about these. We gotta look through the French trailers, chat. I gotta show you the French trailers. The highest quality versions I could find, it was like DVD menu intro sort of things. I gotta skip past all that because naked man on the thing. Let me like inch. There we go. So this is. They don't have proper names either. That's the thing. At least for the most part, they don't have proper names. So like this one mostly is seen with this name, Les Rivières Porpris. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's French. It's actually French. No more jokes, no more memes. It's actually French, and I don't know how to pronounce it. But this is official. It's on a DVD in France. So, brand new pitch for the deep note. Slightly higher. Not a fan of it though. Also, that was loud. I don't know why they got sound effects for the text. But this one, I would obviously I gotta add it onto the. I gotta fix the tier list so that it's actually added there. But I would give this one, if this were on the list, I would give it a. Probably a C. Probably give that one a C. Next one. Opening. Oh, it means the Crimson Rivers. I didn't know that was a translation. So, gun-toting uncles, les tontons, flingers. Huh? I got it? Yeah? Yes, no, maybe so? Where's the trailer begin? It's very interesting. Because it starts out looking like an old film reel. It's a nice theme. I don't know what their obsession with that is, but... Then they got the blue rectangle again. There's no sounds here. Oh, never mind, there's a sound. Right at the end. I keep forgetting about that. This one I would give like a mid B because it's a really cool theme, giving it like an old school film reel sort of look. Because that's part of cinema history, right? Like the old black and white movies. And now you got THX involved. Why not combine the two? Yeah, it would probably be like a mid, very close to high B, just because of the theming alone. The animation is cool. Yeah, and then finally, for the French trailers, we have Le Raid. I remember, as a kid, never wanting to watch this, because I thought this was a face right here, this thumbnail. Like, you can see it, right? Like, that's the eyes, that's kind of like the edge of the head, and then you got, like, the hair, but that's not what's going on at all. Le Raid. See, it's just sparkles. And again, with that higher pitched tone, and there's the Broadway blue rectangle, because you gotta have that. I'm guessing that's the best picture, the best sound. You're watching a THX certified film. It's comedic. It's a comedic trailer. I would probably put it at... What would I put it at? Probably a bit higher B than the last one. Eclipse. We're getting close, chat, to the end of the tier list. I am glad that this lasted as long as it did. I'm really glad. So, Eclipse. Eclipse chat. Oh, where are we? Where is it? Here. Eclipse introduced an actual brand new deep note. Dr. Andy Moore came back to make some brand new code that would generate the deep note that he always wanted to make. Because if you guys didn't know, creator of the deep note, the sound, Dr. James Andy Moore. And in 2015, he came back to use like modern technology, modern computers, write a whole new computer program, whole new thing of code that would create a grander, fuller deep note, something that he had wanted since the beginning. Something that tackles pretty much every single frequency in the audio spectrum or whatever. Paired with this horrifying trailer. Something just clicked in my room. I don't know if you could hear that, but something clicked. But yeah, new THX logo, new trailer, new sound at long last after all these years, and a new tagline. I'm not a fan of the "See you on the other side." Really not a fan of that one. Of that tagline. But the rest of the trailer is pretty cool. But the ranking is gonna go up, I would say. So, regular Eclipse trailer. Probably... yeah, maybe like bottom of A. The 45-second version, because they didn't stretch out the audio. He actually generated 3 different types of deep notes for each length. The animation is lengthened as well, not stretched or slowed down or whatever. It just, the animation cues are spread out. And like, look at how clean the logo looks, dude. Look at how clean that is. This one I would rank probably middle of A. And then finally, the 1 minute long version. How does this exist? How does this exist? Listen to it. What in the world? 1 minute. 1 whole minute, chat. Hey, I wonder who that is. Hello. This is on a private tab too. Hello, me. Thank you, YouTube, for promoting my video. Very cool. But 1 minute, 1 minute long. I'm gonna put right there. Oh, wow. We're almost done. We're almost done. Sphere from 2015. This one was actually used for 4K TVs. Made by these guys. I actually have some behind-the-scenes stuff related to this trailer. If you want to check them out. So... I mean, it's... I was gonna say something about the YouTube compression, because there is YouTube compression ruining this video. But I guess it's looking better the more I watch this. But yeah, 2014? I mean, I got that date wrong? Yeah, I think this is interesting. This is a very interesting trailer. You got this goop kind of swirling around, creating this really nice, shiny sphere. I really like how it's formed. Wait a minute. Do it again. Look at that. And then it breaks apart to show all this mysterious thing. And it's like a holographic forming of the THX logo. I kind of wish we could see more of just the logo on its own. This is just me personally thinking of like editing purposes. I want to see more of just this without all the blue lines on it. Just give me the raw logo animation. Because this looks really nice. You can see there's not much of a bevel anymore. It's following more of the 2D artwork. Like the 2D version of the logo. It's just a 3D model now. There's no more bevel, or at least not as much as the olden days. It looks really good. I would put this at probably probably top of B. Probably top of B, if I'm being honest. What's that one down there? Truth. This one, it says on unused, but you could find it on the THX website. So, is it really unused? And it's the longest one so far, because it's telling a story. Remembering the history of THX, how George Lucas was involved. Lighting cinemas, studios, manufacturers, and audiences, because we're listening, of technology and art. Surfing creators to reveal one thing, and one thing only. Kind of a cheesy line right there. Truth. There's a storm again. So there's our second usage of the new deep note. This I used for my Wings remake edit that I did not too long ago. Not yet, not yet. Pause the video, not yet. Truth. Where do I rank Truth? It's really, it looks cool. It's got a really clean, flat looking logo at the end. It's really long. That's the thing. It's really long, and it's just for telling a story. Probably it's got to be like a mid B. Again, like, it looks cool. It looks really cool, but it's too long. And a minute and 30, almost English, almost a minute and 30 seconds. This is long. This is long. Like, a minute is probably the longest I could put up with. And then again, most of the video is just text. It's just telling a story. Yeah, I could probably... You know what? I'm gonna put it... I'm gonna put it down at the bottom of B. Let's put it there. Oh, chat. This is the best one we're gonna look at today. Genesis. From 2019. For the 40th anniversary of THX, I think? No, 35th? Some kind of celebration. Because there's references everywhere. More than just THX. I'll say that much. Tex is back again. So they're back to using the last version of the deep note. This trailer is awesome. So, at least the references I could catch. Just to fill you guys in. Potentially Eclipse. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. This, you can see the plants from Amazing Life. This right here is a reference to a Dolby Digital trailer where they're going through the city. Also, Tex billboard, get certified. Oh, and there, ooh, I didn't notice that before. THX, right on the top. Can I change this to 1080p real quick? We gotta go in the full, don't play, you fool. You fool! What is the text underneath the logo? Does it, like, is it animated at all? I don't think it is, but yeah, no, THX logo up there. The old render. Get certified with Tex. I wonder what that is. I can see something. It says THX, but I don't know what, like, if there's an exact reference. that it's pointing to. So you can hear the THX deep note kind of looming in the background. This is the original score printed out for the deep note. I believe that's that plant again. I'm not sure what anything else is. Obviously we got Tex. Because isn't it like there's references that people still haven't found yet in this trailer? So this thing, I believe, is supposed to be a reference to Broadway. And you can hear the double deep note going on as the engines charge up. Like, look at this detail. And then finally, of course, the logo itself. Not a reference, just what we need. Oh, it's so good. I'm gonna put this in S tier, but where? Probably right there. Right below Cavalcade and Whoa. Actually, nah. Let's... I mean, I know this is cliche because it's the newest and the best one, but very top of S tier. Because it's celebrating everything. Celebrating all of THX because it's the anniversary. It's the anniversary. You gotta celebrate all of it. And they did the best job that anyone could have ever done. Top of S tier. Finally. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying finally. Tex versus the Robot. This is a YouTube exclusive, or at least internet exclusive trailer. Just showing off spatial audio technology. So all of you wearing headphones right now, you get the best experience. So, I'm not sure what to think of this trailer. I'm not sure what to think because, like, it's the return of Tex. We get to see more Tex, which is really cool. However, the animation is very rough. The animation is really rough here. Like the model, well, I can't even, should I even say the models look good? Because here's the other thing. Look at how smooth Tex's face is. I don't think he's supposed to be that smooth. Almost like there's just it's like the, what is it called in Blender? Subdivision surface. that just automatically smooths stuff, but the geometry was not made for it yet, so it's a little too smooth. It's almost fleshy. It almost looks fleshy, rubbery, not metallic. Very fake. It's just, it doesn't look right. This doesn't look right. He's too shiny too, that's the other thing. He doesn't look very metallic, he looks shiny. This is really cute though, him fixing the new robot, whoever this is. Does it say who that is? Do the comments say who that is? No, just a friend. Just a friend. What is the name of this thing? I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm just not a fan of how it looks. It's fun. It's a fun little adventure. It's just really rough. And it's just really roughly animated. Like, look at the hand. Look at the hand really quick. I'm gonna go frame by frame. The hand and the ball. That's not... And then that too. He's trying to do like the whole hand whistle thing. Okay, YouTube, holy frick, please stop lagging. So he's doing the whole hand whistle thing, right? Why? It's not in his mouth. Oh, his arm. Why? It's so rough. It's so rough, chat. I'm sorry. It's like, it's fun. It's a fun little plot. It's fun seeing them do those things, but the animation is not good. It was almost good. Like, it's better than what I can do, at least. But there's so many errors. There's so many errors with the animation. The models look too smooth, too shiny, not metallic enough. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like it. This is a D. It's not F at least. It's still fun enough. Actually, you know what? Above Cimarron Laserdisc. Because it was at least fun to watch, you know? It at least has a fun sort of plot to it. But again, just the animation quality, the model quality, it's not the standard that I expect from them, because I have seen better. We just looked at better. It's right here. It's right here. Like, I'm gonna see if I can pull up good, like, close-ups of them. Google. THX Text 3. Can I find a good HD image of this boy? This man's. Please. Oh, dude, remember when that watermark was all over YouTube? That specific one. Gosh dang it, hold on. Let me turn off the desktop capture real quick. I'm sorry, chat. Do I have an image in my folders that I could possibly use? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Alright, chat. You take a look at the two different types of shiny that we see here. This one looks a lot more like plasticky. It's very glossy. That's the thing. It's very glossy. I don't know how to describe it exactly. But like you can kind of just tell the different types of glossiness and shine and whatever. This looks more like metal than this does. You can just tell. And like the mustache, this is more pointier on the end. This is too round. Too round. And look at that. Oh. Oh, look at his ear too. You can see how sharp that is. Like there's a little bit of bevel right there, but it's clean. There's a little hole right there. This is too smooth. Too smooth. Not good. This is sharp enough to look metallic like a robot. You can see the polygons on this button right here. Not here though. Also, hang on. Yeah, that's the other thing too. This is him resting his shoulders in text 3, just like this. Why are the shoulder tubes down so far in this one? It's just like number one, who animated both of these trailers? Who animated text 3 and who animated Tex versus the robot? Number 2, where did these models come from? Because these guys had to have gotten this model from somewhere. It's just that they didn't know how to properly render it, is the thing. But yeah, I think I'm getting too technical when I get to the... Cause I do 3D renders too, that's the thing. Like if you check out my... I'm not a professional at 3D rendering stuff, but I have the knowledge, you know? You check out my DeviantArt, you see the renders I've done. I have experience with doing this myself. I'm not the best, I don't ever want to claim to, but I know what to look for. I know what looks good and what doesn't, and why it looks good or bad. And so I just wanted to rant real quick about the quality between Tex 3 in 2006 versus Tex versus the Robot in 2020. These are like 15, 14 years apart. And yet the older one looks better. I get that this was just made for the internet, but you gotta have a good, like, quality standard. Because isn't that what THX is all about? Quality? The best picture, the best sound, best audio quality, best visual quality, best everything. Top of the line professional work. And this is what you put on the internet? There's a... hang on. Where's the New Year? New Year's from THX. Where is that? That's an official video from THX. Made way back in the day. It's a joke internet video. Yeah, music. Music, shut up. Look at this chat. Check out this video. Look at how good he looks. Look at this model. Look at the materials. Look at the animation quality. This is just a joke video that they put together. A joke render for just text dancing. And then they edited it, because there's a shorter one where it's just the dance test. But then they edited it for this New Year's video in 2013. This is good. This looks really good. This is how he should look. And yeah, this is still like early 2010s. He still looks great. He's got a screw as his belly button. Like, look at all the cool details. And then they leave it out. They leave out so much stuff in Text versus the Robot. You can tell just from that thumbnail. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. But anyways, chat. We're done. We're done. 3.5 hours in. We have completed, or I have completed my THX trailer ranking tier list. If you guys want to do this yourselves, this does exist. This is public. I don't know how to share it right now, but here's the URL in case you want to try it out. I'll probably make a community post about it if I can figure out how to share. Maybe if I... There's no share button. Uh-oh. You know what? I'm going to try this out. I'm gonna try this out myself in a private server used for testing. If I paste that in there. Okay. Okay. Cool, cool. Alright. I'm gonna share this in YouTube chat if you guys want to try that out. And then I'm gonna share it in Twitch chat if you guys want to try that out. I love how the text is different between YouTube and Twitch. Like, one is an actual blue link, the other's all white. That's funny. But yeah, if you guys want to try that out, there's the links. I have no idea if you guys would be interested in this, but I will do it just in case. Yeah, I think this was fun. I still think I should have done some sort of advisory warning for this trailer, because I haven't seen it like that big at all, like that big of a screen size, screen resolution. I think I saw some nipples, and I don't like that. I really hate that trailer. But yeah, no, I like this list. I think this is a pretty good list. I don't know if anything will change down the line, down the road, down the future. Also, you're gonna have to add this F tier, because I don't know how to do it. But yeah, there's the list, chat. I think this is pretty cool. I think similar to the whole games thing, how you guys can suggest games. If you have like tier list ideas, give them to me, because I'd love to like look up other tier lists to go through related to like music or games, stuff like that. I want to get my opinions out there, and I think that would be really cool. I've got some other ideas in mind, obviously related to Sonic music, and I think it'll be really cool to stream them. So yeah, I have no idea how to end the stream, other than saying thank you guys for joining the stream. We're gonna head on over to the end stream scene now. Oh, goodbye, chat. Whoa, that didn't flash for anyone, did it? Did it? Let me check real quick. Oh, it's already too late. No. Oh well. What are we gonna do? What's the schedule for next week? Next week, Monday. I have no idea what we're gonna do Monday, but a Sonic 3 trailer is coming out that day, so reaction material, chat. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what's going on Wednesday, because I don't know what our Thanksgiving plans are gonna be. I also have no idea what Friday is gonna be like. It's a holiday weekend, chat. It's gonna be very interesting. I might just do a Monday stream and that's it. Who knows? Just do a simple Monday stream and then take the rest of the week off. Figure stuff out, you know? Have some fun, look for work, especially now that my resume is complete. Actually, no, I need to make demos. I need to make some demos at some point. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by the stream, whoever joined. We'll see you guys Monday. Bye. Play music. Yay.